We got a choker. No, really, we got a choker.
Fuck. Oh! Made a f***ing cactus. God help me. Help your man out and subscribe.
Here. We've got the corn cob method going on here. We've got
Cody!
I don't know what Aaron's doing, but he's devouring these things. Uh-oh, we got a choker. We got a choker. We got a choker. No, really, we got a choker. All right, it's clear. It's clear. It's clear. All right, you're good. Just have a seat a second. Have a seat a second. Catch your breath. You'll be all right. No, you're all right. All right. Where are we at on the timer? Minute 30? 30 seconds in. 30 seconds in. We're rolling. Kyle, left-handed ear over here is rolling. Remember, after you're done, put them back in the bucket so that we can weigh that bucket. Lizzie, how's lunch today? Really good. I like getting there with a full mouth of food. That's fantastic. Kyle stood over here at the beer stein with it out straight and had his hand in his pocket like we were boring him. And now he's got his feet sticking out. He's got his beer.
Let's get another bucket over
here. This guy
here
is fantastic. We need another bucket over here. I got one right here. Mr. Stand Up here is doing really well. You will have to finish all of that in your mouth before we can weigh that. How many seconds? 45 seconds left. 40. We need another one at the end of the table over here. Yep. Do you know this guy? Who is he?
My dad.
He's your daddy. Tell him, go dad. That's a good support system there. We need another one right here too. We get another one right here? Right here at the end. Over here, right here. Behind me. Here behind me. There we go. All right, 15 seconds. All right, crowd, help me count down. Let me get over here and avoid this hole. And here, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up. Hands up. Hands up. That one went from 6 to 3 in like 2 seconds. All right, guys, we're going to come around and we're going to weigh all the bones. We're going to... Mark, you got some people to come around and grab all the trays. I'll give everybody a second to go weigh the baskets.
You guys may be wondering how the contest ended. This is how it ended. So one of the guys helping run the contest, he walked around and he grabbed all the paper baskets, and I knew I was screwed when I seen that because he just put them all in his hands. He didn't have them like separated individually. He just was throwing them all together. And in my head, I'm like, okay, if this is even going to remotely be fair, he didn't have them numbered or anything. He didn't have them separated. And I kind of had a weird feeling about this contest going into it because if you can tell from the video, the announcer really liked talking about that Kyle guy who had won the beer stein contest. Now, Kyle was not my arch enemy Kyle that is a professional eater. It was a random guy named Kyle who's like, one of the hometown boys. And then the previous champ, who's won like 3 of the past 4 years, was there. And he's also a hometown boy, but he isn't a professional eater. He isn't as good as me. I consider myself pretty good at wings. This contest I didn't do nearly as good as I usually do. I ate around 16 wings in 2 minutes from the footage. Sometimes I can eat up to like 23 wings in 2 minutes. It was really good, If I go to a local contest and there's no professional eaters there, who's gonna win. But so they came back and they're like, oh, this has never happened before in the whole history of this contest. And I'm like, oh God. They say, oh, we have a tie. And I'm like, okay, maybe I tied with the repeat champion somehow. There was a choking incident, and the repeat champion, he was the one who had administered the Heimlich and saved the guy. So I was like, I don't know how he'd tie with me, but if I gotta face him, I'm fine with that. I'm gonna smoke him, regardless. And they go, oh, it's the repeat champion and Kyle. Now, I wouldn't, after the contest, people were coming to me and like, man, how did you not win? You obviously won. What is wrong? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I don't know. So me and Barrett, who was filming this, we go over to like the whole setup where they're weighing all the paper baskets out. And it was down to the ounce. So it was like 3.12 ounces. If they did tie, they would have to tie by the exact same decimal amount, which is just super highly unlikely. And it's even more highly unlikely that it was the 2 hometown favored boys there. And if you can't tell, that announcer, I felt like he had a little bit of animosity towards me. In the contract, it was like, oh, no MLE or other professional eaters should be there, And that was on the contract that day. I don't make enough money from competitive eating to be like, oh, I'm a professional eater. really? But still, I got cheated out of the contest, and this is how I know I got cheated out of the contest. So I asked them afterwards, I said, what's the weights for what weight did everybody eat? You know, I want to see what I did individually. If I lost, I want to see what I lost by. I was still trying to be peaceful. And they're like, well, we threw away all the paper baskets with the weights after we realized those two were the winners. And I was like, hey, this doesn't make any sense, you know? And at this point, I'm starting to get a little heated because I'm like, okay, so this is just blatant cheating. But then I thought, man, you know, I gotta be professional. I can't just, you know, cause a scene at this local town fair. I can't cause a scene, you know, and get arrested over a wing contest. Yeah, that's how I got cheated at a wing contest. And what sucks is it's happened 2 times. I did one other wing contest, okay? It's a spicy wing contest in Springfield, Missouri. There were some really fast eaters there. None of them like professional eaters. Everyone there now, I think I would have smoked. But back then, they were pretty dang good because like it was a big deal around there for this wing contest. I'm ahead by 4. And then the announcer comes over and he goes, hey man, you can't be putting your plates in. You gotta put them to the bowl right next to it. And I'm like, they're all clean. You know what I'm saying? I look at them and I'm like, what? I'm almost done. I'm down to I'm like this with the last wing. I'm like, so I'm going like this, you know, dropping bones, trying to chew and dropping bones and stuff. And then at that time, that's when people start, you know, catching up to me. It's like neck and neck. And I end up getting 4th. No, I ended up getting 3rd. Yeah, I've been cheated by 2 wing contests. Ugh. But anyways, you know, it's around Christmas. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Your man Cody is out of here.